Yes, that is precisely what I'm saying as well. Wait, what are you doing back here? Did you not listen to the last episode? Left on such a cliffhanger. What do you mean recap? You're on episode 15. You must have listened. Oh, whatever. Okay, so let's just do a bullet point version of recap here. They went into the house. Everyone got out of the house, but Mikhail, he's dead. Hey, can we get him back? No, but maybe you should go see Madame Eva. They go, okay. They go to Madame Eva. Madame Eva gives a premonition. They realize they need to go back to the house to get Mikhail out, but they don't have the tools yet. So, let's go back to Barovia. Cinnamon Sticks dies. Internet blames the DM. DM goes, that's just kind of how it is. I'm sorry, but not really. But he's not sorry. We know he's not sorry. They get back to Barovia. They return the car to Ismark. They meet Arena. Kent is a creep. What else is new? Ven gives Callista a book. Callista goes, Oh, I'm remembering things, and now I'm very sad, but now we're all friends. And then Ven talks to Kent, and he goes, pull your gun. And Kent goes, oh, well, I'm kind of scared of it, and pull your gun. And then he tries to charm. It's a whole big thing. Anyway, Abraham stayed back with Mikhail, even though Callista was like, no! But they did it anyway, because we got to move the story along. Turns out Drew is playing a whole new character named Ferguson, who has an amazing accent. Anyway, they went to the church. Ferguson went into the basement to face off against a vampire boy. I believe that's where we're at. Why did you need all that? You know what's going on. Get into the story.
Guys outside, what do you do when you hear the noise?
As soon as I hear it, I say, Arsene,
I'm running.
and
I'm running.
bolt for the
I'm running.
For the chapel.
Yep, we're all running.
Okay, you guys run, and when you're running past, you look through one of the windows, the back window, and you see a man, you can't tell any features, start walking downward behind the altar.
Oh, and they also see me holding a pitch black longsword.
Oh, that's badass.
Isn't it?
It is.
I'm gonna go straight Wild Western emo on this shit.
Okay, I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Donna, you want to hear this voice one more time?
No.
Are you sure, Donna?
Yeah.
I think she's really digging Ferguson.
I thought she would.
I was, and
Well,
then, like,
yeah,
he
you
did
better
that,
hurry up,
and
'cause
then,
I'm about to kill him.
Like, I know that we had some downloads in Ireland, but, like, the only thing that I could think as soon as he spoke was, like,
There
he's
goes
not
those downloads.
trustworthy.
There goes those downloads. They're not going to listen anymore.
As soon as I heard him speak, I was like, he's not trustworthy, but it's so cute.
Keep in mind, he's about to go kill a vampire, so trustworthiness, we'll see.
Pretty high.
Yeah, I'm killing a bad thing.
Guys, I don't know. I'm about to kill him.
All right, initiative. Drew, go.
60.
Donna.
10.
Bucky.
Ven is a 20. Arsene is 4.
Oh, I also got a 4.
I knew either Arsene
Buddy cop.
or Vin was gonna be like, a 29 or some crazy bullshit.
No, he doesn't have that much dex.
It's Arsene and Kent. It's Arsene and Kent. They're gonna take down the criminals.
Okay,
today.
that is our new, that's our new intro.
Arsene and Kent. Arsene and Kent. Who needs stinky old Ven anyway? Arsene and Kent. Arsene and Kent.
It's at the point that if Ven dies and Arsene lives, then Kent's probably going to get a new pet.
Then you heard this loud noise. You saw this person kind of disappear behind the window. You're about 140 feet away from the front of the church, where you still have to dip in through the front door. And you are about 25 feet from the back of the church.
Okay, I'll run. Is a door in the back of the church?
Nope, it's just a window.
Just a window. How high off the ground?
Jump up that window. Jump through that window.
I would say...
We're jumping through the window now, yeah.
I would say about 4 feet up.
4 feet up? So I wouldn't be able to, like, leap into it.
No, plus it's covered in, like, very dusty kind of glass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just take my action to bolt. And just get as close to the door as I possibly can.
Your speed is 30, so double is 60?
60.
Anything you want to do as a bonus action?
Nope, there's nothing I can do.
Okay, you are essentially like 5 feet away from dipping to the left to be towards the front of the church. So
okay,
like
cool.
You're at the front of the church, but like to the side.
Cool.
So Kent, after you're like, hey guys, we met this cool person, you hear the bang, and Ben's like, uh-oh, and like right past you. And you're like, oh, okay. So he just ran right past you. Ferguson, you are up. Where you are at right now, you are at the top of the stairs to light beaming down into a very dark basement. The church's undercroft has rough-hewn walls and a floor made of damp clay and earth. Rotting wooden pillars strain under the weight of the wooden ceiling. Candlelight from the chapel above slips through the cracks, allowing you to glimpse a gaunt shape in the far corner. And you hear a, "Get away! Do not come towards me."
Oh, I thought you were fucking thirsty. Come and get some then, you little bitch.
Okay, what do you want to do?
All right. I'm going to hold up my free hand, cough a crazy word that none of them can hear because they're not close enough, but it's just weird and alien and wrong. And I'm going to see if this works. How does a 14 armor class hit things?
It does not hit.
Motherfucker. Spell fizzles.
Okay, so you see him like and kind of waves off whatever something happened.
Okay. Well, that's my whole turn then.
Do you stay at the stairs or do you walk in?
Oh, no, I'm walking in.
Okay, like full movement?
Yeah, full movement.
Because you'll be within 5 feet.
Oh, then I'm going to stop about halfway then. I didn't realize how small the area was. So, yeah, I'll stop about 15
so you walk
feet
like
away.
15 feet, and then 15 feet in front of you, 15, 20 feet in front of you is the vampire spawn. Now it is Callista's turn. Are you going to follow Ven's run, or are you going to do anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to bolt. As I'm bolting, I'm going to cast Blade Ward upon myself.
Okay.
Word.
Now, if I remember correctly, you have an action, a move, and a bonus action. And as bonus action, as rogue, you can dash. So you can dash, move, and dash again, correct?
Yeah.
So that's a full 90 feet.
But she's casting Blade Ward on herself, so that's an action.
Oh, right. Okay, so you can run 60. In either case, you're going to run the same amount. And Blade Ward is an action. Yes. Okay, so in theme of your recent chat with Ven, you run alongside with him as a team together towards the front of the house. And you guys are like side by side. And you cast Blade Ward on yourself. So you take your hand, and while you're running, just kind of spin your hand around and hit yourself in the chest. And a slight pulse comes out from the center of you. And there's a slight glimmer toward around you. Cool. So after that, Ferguson, you see that creature that you were looking at. And now that you can kind of see him, he's gaunt, very thin, shaggy, misplaced, long black hair, and just bloodshot eyes, a wide open mouth, and fangs dipping down, looking at you, puts his hands to the side and goes, I can smell your blood, and runs at you.
Cool. Hey, guess what? I'm going to use my reaction to go into a defensive stance. So bring it on.
Okay.
That's an actual thing I have. So
Cool.
It gives me a +1 to AC.
Sweet. So he runs at you and claws at you once, which is a 23 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
He's not going to do any damage, but he's actually going to grab you.
Okay.
And turn him into a vampire.
So he launches up and actually just hugs, like bear hugs you. 19 to hit.
That hits as well.
Okay. You take 10 damage, 4 of which is necrotic. Your hit point maximum goes down by 4. And that isn't permanent. That's going to last until I tell you.
Okay.
And that is going to be his turn. Now, it is Donovich, Arena, and Ismark's turn. So Ismark is going to run to the back of the church with Arena in hand and try to protect her because he does not want her hurt at all. And Arena's like, okay, she doesn't want anything to do with that either. But Donovich is going to full sprint run. No! And just screaming his son's name. He was like, Doru!
Totoro? What did you just say?
Totoro.
Not Totoro, Doru.
Doru. Good name. Good lad.
So he is going to run, and he's basically right behind. He's going to be right behind Ven and Callista. After them, it is now Kent's turn.
What are the odds of me being able to go through the window?
It is sealed shut with glass, so that is up to you for breaking it and then climbing in. But it is 4 feet above the ground. Not very likely.
4.5
But I'm
feet for
nimble.
you.
How tall are you?
I feel like that. I'm 3.5 feet.
You'd have to break it first and then climb up the wall. It'll probably be easier for you to run around into the front door. But
Okay,
you can
I'm
do
gonna
what you
the same
want,
thing.
but just saying.
It would have been so heroic.
I know. I wanted to pop through the fucking window like a badass, firing my gun. Then
You can try it.
got you, buddy.
I got you, buddy.
I
Like
mean,
that
you can
wasn't
just
what you were supposed
fire
to do
your
from the
gun
beginning.
at the window.
No, I want to see him attempt it, smack his
And then
face
climb
into the
over
window, and
broken
fall
glass.
to the ground.
Honestly, for the actual like the look of it, Kent would do it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take not the gun. I'm gonna take the crossbow that I have with me, fire it at the window to break the glass. Then I want to run and try to jump through the window, or at least into the window. And then I can't make an actual like another attack action, right? If I make it,
No, you would be
Okay.
inside, essentially.
okay, that's what I want to do. I want to try to do it.
I will not make you make a roll for breaking the window because you're that close shooting crossbow at it. Actually, just roll a d20.
Don't roll a
A
1.
10.
A 10. Okay, so you shatter the bottom of the window, and now there is a hole in there. Not a normal sized person probably could fit through it, but you can. So I need you to make an athletics check, please.
Wait, I'm proficient in acrobatics.
You need to jump and climb. I can't, unless you can justify acrobatics for some reason.
I'm a front somersault through the window.
I
thought I made that
it's
clear.
above you.
Yeah, I could. Okay, first of all, I'm really light.
You're not Sonic. You can't just. Roll
I'm a
into ball and
lightfoot.
jump
I'm a
40
lightfoot
feet into the air.
halfling. Hold on one second. I feel like that they're special.
You are special.
I mean, I do like this argument.
You're a
of why
special
he can jump
person.
15 feet in
You're
the
special
air.
to us. Make sure that you grab all the gold rings on your way down.
Everyone's placed them about 2 feet off the ground.
I'm naturally
so you should just
stealthy.
touch them with your
Okay, that
chest.
doesn't help you for shit. So
Nope.
The window will never see it coming.
I just wanted to be known that I thought I was thinking front somersault through the
okay.
window.
Well, because I can't help myself, if your insight was high enough, you could probably see through the window. Yeah.
Ah,
All right.
Get out.
An 18.
Okay, cool. So you grab on and you do like the little feet kicks to pull yourself up. Pull up, you fix your hat, go through the window. Just take 1 hit point of damage just from the shattered glass,
Okay.
and you make it through the window.
Yes.
I would say you have about half your movement left, so you can move another like 15 feet into the room, or 10 feet into the room.
Can I move in as quick as possible and pull out my shield?
Yes. So you have your shield out. You are now inside.
Guys, what if I kill Ferguson?
And you now see the trap door behind the altar just open. You just see a hole in the
So I
ground.
got a vampire to deal with. So
Then you'll be alone fighting a vampire.
Next is Arsene.
Arsene's gonna follow suit with Kent and try and get in that hole.
Arsene and Kent.
She's gonna essentially try
Wanna
and
get in that hole?
try and exactly.
Yep.
She's gonna try to get in the hole.
All right, make an athletics check for her.
So she's going to basically try and like use the momentum of her wings to like push herself up and like scrawl up the side of it. 19.
Okay.
Okay. She climbs through as well. She can move another 15 feet or so, but she
She'll
doesn't.
meet up with Kent.
She can still do something because she didn't actually break the window, so
Right.
she can do something.
I mean, the only thing she can do is attack. So I mean, how far away is the
The trap door,
No, the other door, the front door.
about 40 feet.
And is the front door open?
No, it would not be open.
No. Arsene can't open doors.
Well, it's
Arsene-
not like a knob
No.
or something. She can probably just jump up and.
Arsene will
Push
go
it.
over towards the trapdoor.
Okay. So she'll use her action to dash.
Yeah.
Okay. So she can be at the trap door and start working her way down.
When she goes towards the trapdoor, she sees her new buddy, and then sees the other thing.
She would not because they are moved into the room.
Oh, they're moved into the room. All right, yeah,
Yeah.
she'll start going down in.
Okay. So she can make it to the bottom of the stairs, and she sees her new buddy about 5 to 10 feet in front of her, being bear hugged by a crazed man.
Arsene snarls.
Any bonus action?
She can't do anything as a bonus action.
That is her turn. So back to Ven.
He's gonna just keep dashing.
You can make it basically to the altar in your dash and move.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So you run over to the front door and just, bash it in and just keep on running. You are about 5 feet from the altar. You don't see anything on the trapdoor side. You actually just heard a noise, but I'm sure that Kent can probably point where he's looking at.
Yeah.
And you hear like the screaming and scuffle below the floor. Now it is Ferguson.
All right. I'm going to attempt to attack it with my longsword.
Okay, make it. I believe it's at disadvantage because you're grappled.
I realize it's super awkward, yes. So I figured there'd be a disadvantage attack.
Your speed is 0. What I will say for this is you're actually not at 0 speed. You're at half speed because he's like off the floor, like bear hugging you.
Yeah.
I'm changing the mechanic slightly for that because of just how I described it. You actually don't have disadvantage.
Okay, cool. Let's hope this fucking hits. Non-natural 20.
Yeah, that hits.
12 damage.
Cool. Is this a magical weapon? Or is this silver?
It's not, because you didn't say I could take a magical weapon or silver.
Agreed.
What I made this do.
No, but we did the other thing, so...
Yeah.
Yes.
The other thing.
The other thing.
What other thing?
You don't know yet.
Intrigue.
So you take your sword and you stab it like into its body while it's on you. It's hitting, not doing as much as you probably want to do. That's just kind of its body is a little bit resistant to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
Well, definitely can't break the hold he's got on me, because that would be a whole action.
Yep.
Would you say it would be part of the same one if I were to pull my hand crossbow and fire?
You would have to...
It's not a disadvantage, I have crossbow expert, just so you know.
As for Kent, what I had to do was have him drop something, but your hands are not both occupied.
You say occupied?
I did, and I was hoping no one heard it. That
You know that's not how this group works,
Josh,
right?
you should know better.
I'm reading, so I'm distracted, and that's a terrible excuse, and I'm going to use it. Let's see.
I was going to say, I have 2-weapon fighting. So
You do.
technically as a same action, just like pulling it and firing it.
You know what? I will say yes then, because you're used to it.
Okay.
Actually, no. Huh, interesting. Okay, I'm going to keep the mechanic because I messed it up for Kent, but we're going to keep it. Normally, it's only for melee weapons, not melee and ranged.
Oh.
But I think that's a little bullshit. So we're
I
going to
agree.
say that you can do this. But
So,
you have a
I'm-
hand crossbow, yes?
Yes, it's a hand crossbow. All right, so I draw this thing, and it makes a whole weird clicking noise as it deploys. And it's an 18.
That will hit. Would you like to describe how this thing opens and fires? Because I believe you need to make 2 rolls.
I do. I'm about to make the second one just to see if it hits. And a natural 20.
Oh, yes. Okay, so please describe this amazing thing that you have
So
concocted.
I got the sword into its side, like behind its spine, up into its rib cage, but it's not doing it. So we're spinning around in place, slamming each other into walls. I hit it against a like the actual stone, clay wall, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Reach under my coat, pull my hand crossbow, which makes a soft chirp as it pops out and like fully opens. Jam into its ribs and like pull the trigger twice, and it just lets off 2 ping, as darts just bury themselves into this wonderful little monster.
Cool. So the angle that it is at, you hear the tling when it goes off, and you hear a and one goes into right below the armpit, and another one goes up and hits right through the neck.
Cool. So fun damage time. The first one. Okay, I don't use crossbow, so remind me. Do I add anything to a crossbow damage roll?
Dex.
Dex,
Okay.
yes.
Pathfinder is what I'm thinking of, where you don't. So 6, and then the second one.
You're 2-weapon fighter, right?
Yeah.
You said, I think, okay. Then I think you're okay.
Yeah, about adding the modifier. That's part
Yeah,
of the 2-weapon
That's,
fighting.
yeah.
Oh my god, I can't do math. 12.
Okay. So you fire it. Again, it doesn't do as much damage as you were expecting, but you hit some vital points, and you knocked it down a bit. It does not look super hurt at all. It's just fighting through it. But you are chipping away.
As I'm fighting it. Come on, you fucking little shit.
And you hear that from the vampire. All right, so after him goes Callista, which I assume you're going to run into the place as well. Now, your Blade Ward at the end of this turn will be gone, unless you want to cast it again.
No, I don't.
So you want to actually dash and go downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Full 90 feet.
So you can run past Ven, past the altar, reach the trap door, and run down the stairs, and you will be right next to Kent. Wait, Kent?
Arsene.
Arsene. Yes, thank you.
She passed me too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Shit.
Because
I'm like,
you took your turn to break the window. So Arsene hopped in and jumped through you, not through you, past you. And Van and Callista have just been jetting.
Well,
literally
Josh just gave away that Kent's been a ghost the whole time.
Yeah.
So sorry, guys.
I want to jump down from the window and literally have Arsene like fly right over me. And we're like, Arsene and Kent. Fuck yeah.
And
like
it's like
freeze frame.
I was about to say freeze frame from like a downward angle tilt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the sunlight coming through the back.
Behind, yeah.
Explosion.
And like you're in the superhero landing.
Mm-hmm. And it's lunchtime, bitch. That's our catchphrase.
That's a terrible phrase.
That's awful. But it's actually just a commercial for Lunchables.
Yeah. I love them.
Okay, so now you are next to Arsene.
I'm going to pull out my silver short sword, and I'm going to look at Arsene, and I'm going to be like, who the fuck is that? And then that's my turn.
And Arsene answers, and it's super creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Arsene can't speak yet.
I know.
I'm not quite sure who that is, but let's fight anyway.
You sound like the fox from Labyrinth.
The vampire spawn goes. So, since he is still latched on and he's now seeing people running down, he's going to keep your back to everybody else. He's going to try and drag you to the corner. So, make a strength check, please.
Can I make a quick argument here? You
Sure.
said keep my back to him. I feel like that should be a contested strength roll.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, to keep my back facing them.
Yeah, he's going to drag you and keep your back facing them.
Okay, that's what I was saying. Okay. Well, no, my footing slipped because it was a 7.
And mine was a 10. Okay, so he pulls you to the corner, and your back is now to everybody else, but you're essentially looking into the corner as he's wrapped around you, and he will use the second part of his attack to bite you again.
Did he bite me the first time?
He did bite you the first time. That's what lowered your hit points.
I don't know why. I was thinking he just slammed into me and that took it. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's
But
what
this
I
will
thought
probably
too.
not hit. This is 13.
No, that one does not hit.
Okay. And just to clarify last time, the first attack was to grapple you.
To grab. Yeah, no, I don't know why I thought that was the only attack he made, because that doesn't make sense.
No,
For
he hugs
necrotic
you,
damage.
and
He
you're
just
so
touched
creeped
me.
out that you lose hit points.
Gross.
Cool. So he goes to bite you again, but you're just kind of shrugging around, and he
I
just
headbutt
can't
him.
make. Yeah, you. Okay, there you go. You headbutt him to the side, and he just kind of. What the hell was that? But he's still making savoring, just hungry noises at you. But seems petrified of the fact that other people are coming into the room, and he's like, "Don't get any closer, or I kill him." Now, Donovich goes. He is going to run into the church, panting.
Isn't he old?
Yep.
He has a heart attack.
He is old. He's running
Natural one has a heart attack.
in. He's behind you.
It'd
And
save
he
a
goes,
lot of explaining.
he's just screaming as loud as he can, but his voice is all hoarse. He's like, don't kill him. Don't kill him. And he's just going mad, and he is right behind Ven, trying to reach out towards you to stop you, but he doesn't have enough of an action on his turn to do so, but he is trying to stop you.
Girl, that is not your decision.
Kent, it is your turn.
Okay, I want to run down next to Arsene and Callista,
You can make it.
and I want to say, which one are we trying to kill? And I want Callista.
From the corner,
Oh.
you hear, "The fucking biter, you goddamn idiot!"
What that man
Which one?
said.
Which one? Oh, we're trying to kill we're trying to kill the guy's son now.
Well,
We're at.
Well, that's up to you.
yeah, that is up to us. I just look over at Ken and I'm like, what should we do?
Hurry up. You have 6 seconds. Come on.
I want to.
He's your friend. You figure it out. That's your friend.
That's true.
I have
You,
no friends here.
don't you love me
Okay.
now?
Besides
Uh,
Aussie.
I want to go and try to slash at the vampire to split them apart,
All right,
so we
well,
can
here's the
assess
thing.
the situation.
You are at the stairs. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30 feet away in the corner with your new friend's back to you. So you can double your movement so you can get within 5 feet, but you will not be able to attack him unless you make an attack and you have a possibility of hitting your friend.
Yeah, okay. I want to double my speed and get right next to them and try
Okay.
to and try to separate them. Nobody kills nobody.
Okay, you are essentially right behind them. You have a bonus action left. I don't think you can do anything, though, correct?
No.
Now, Arsene goes.
I don't want to make that decision on who to kill. I don't want to
Arsene,
stab Ferguson in the back.
How close is Arsene to the vampire?
About 25 feet away.
Okay, so is there a way that Arsene can slip in and try and pull the vampire off of Ferguson?
I can have Arsene go straight up to them, and she can probably use her teeth to try and claws to pry him off.
Right.
So you'll have to make a contested strength roll, please.
Okay.
As long as you don't get a natural 1, you're fine.
16.
All right, natural 1 for me. So he's so distracted that he doesn't even hear Arsene come up, and she's across the floor, kind of goes up the wall slightly and leaps off and grabs the vampire by the back and rips him off and throws him to the ground in the corner.
Cool. I think that's all Arsene can do.
Okay.
Arsene just made our decision for us?
That was what she would have done, right? Not attack Drew's character?
Arsene is a lawful good dragon, and yes.
And he gave belly rubs, so.
Yes.
Cool. So now the vampire is now on the ground, and Arsene is right there growling at him. And they're now having a growl off between them. Now, then, it is your turn. You are in front of the altar.
I will use my movement to get as far in as possible.
Okay, 1 second, because Donovich is going to try and swing at you.
It's only his son.
He's going to miss completely. You just kind of grasp, and you're just way too quick. So you run, kind of put one hand down and leap over the altar, and run down the stairs. And you are now in the room, about 25 to 30 feet away from people surrounding something on the floor.
Okay.
And you are right next to Callista.
Since Callista is right there, I'm going to take out a flask of holy water from my satchel, one of the ones I took from MacLeod, and I look at Callista and I go, "This one's for MacLeod." And I pour the holy water on her, and while doing so, I use it to cast protection from evil and good on her.
What are we, like friends now?
You guys bonded.
I think that was the whole conversation you had, Donna.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
You were definitely
So
there.
now, just so you know, protection from evil and good is a concentration spell up to 10 minutes. You are protected against certain types of creatures, including aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
So as this water washes over me, I'm gonna flip my hair back. I'm gonna swing in place, and I'm gonna
Maybelline commercial, and that's it for Ven.
About this time, Ferguson, it is going to be your turn. When you're looking down at the vampire, you notice that some of the wounds that you did are completely healed up.
Seems about right.
Yep, that seems about right.
It is your turn, and you're right there, and he is on the ground.
I'm gonna slam the hand crossbow away, grab the longsword, and yank it out of his back, and attack him again.
Make an attack, I believe, at advantage.
19. 8 damage.
Same as before, you do some damage, but not as much as you were expecting. But you're essentially opening up the wounds that have already healed up.
Yeah. And then I have one more thing. I gotta read how this works.
It's like it's a new character or something, man. Come on.
I know, right? So I'm also gonna turn around. What's the fucking old man's name?
Donovich. He's upstairs.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and face Donovich.
He's
and be like,
upstairs.
Stand still.
He's upstairs.
That was not my accent, so ignore that one at all.
That's cool.
But I'm gonna cast.
He's upstairs.
Fun little.
He's upstairs.
What?
He's
still
upstairs.
Well, never mind then. I'm gonna not do what I said I was gonna do. Instead, I'm gonna pull a dagger, attack this thing again. Is he still with advantage because he's on the ground?
Yep.
25
Yeah, that hits.
with another 8 damage.
Same deal. It does some damage, not as much as you were expecting. Okay, cool. It is now Callista's turn. You are 25 feet away, and this body is surrounded and is prone on the floor.
If it is surrounded, is there still a place where I could reach him?
Yep, you can go into the only spot to the right of him.
All right. I'm gonna go over there. I am going to pull out the regular short sword that I have. I want to ask, how close is his head to the floor?
He's prone.
So does that mean that his head is on the floor?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Could I want, how long is his hair?
I would say Bucky's length if it was not tied up or anything. Like if it was just kind of in front of his face.
His old hair?
My old hair, you mean?
Yes, your old hair.
I got it cut.
So like
Okay.
shoulder length.
Okay, I'm gonna step on his hair so that
Okay.
he can't get up. And I'm going to attack him with 2 short swords.
Okay. Let's see how these attacks go. What I would say, if you want to, is only attack with 1 and make the other attack a grapple, which will essentially be your foot on his hair.
That's fair. I'll attack with the silver short sword then.
Okay, so do a grapple first.
What is grappling?
Just make a strength check.
15.
All right, well, I rolled an 11. So you put your foot down on his hair, and he's screaming now, like, trying to bite at your leg, and you take the silver short sword and attack. So please roll with advantage.
Please roll a natural 20.
That'd be great.
Natural 20! That's
Hey!
dumb!
No shit. Okay, so do it up.
Oh, you're like a fucking angel.
10,
22
so 22.
plus your dexterity. 26.
26.
You hold down the hair, and you hear the coming out, and you take the silver short sword, swing it around, and stab down, and it goes through its forearm into the ground. And it's cut right through, and he's trying to lift it around. You have the sword flail about, and you rip the sword out, and you can see through his forearm now. It's
Sick.
pretty gross.
Sick tits.
That did a bunch of damage. Still look like it is alive and kicking pretty well. So after Callista, the vampire goes, and it is scared to hell, but is grappled. So it's just going to stay on the ground there and try and claw out at whoever it can. And it's going to make an attack at Callista, who just did that, and make an attack at Ferguson as well. And it's going to be a disadvantage for both. Also, you see that some of the wound that you just caused is healing up.
It's the devil, guys.
This thing hasn't had blood forever, and its healing powers are just fine.
It is just fine.
It's bullshit.
It wouldn't be a
I need to
session
say
if
it
you don't.
because I say it
I
about
know.
every session, so
I was about to say, it hasn't been a session yet because you haven't said it.
I know.
Okay, so
I needed to call it.
attack at Callista. Nope. Attack at Donovich. Not Donovich, I'm sorry. At Ferguson.
Attack
Nope.
your daddy.
Get my fucking name right.
So it swings out and it can't make purchase at anything. It's flying everywhere. So what it decides to do is just lay there because it can't do anything else. So it is now Donovich's turn. Donovich is going to now run downstairs to Kent, and he's still screaming of, "Don't hurt him! Don't hurt him!" He tries to grapple Kent at the bottom of the stairs. Kent, please make a strength check.
A 3.
Natural 1.
Oh, yay.
Donovich trips down the stairs and face plants on the bottom.
Aw. I feel bad. It's his son.
And he's a pretty old man. Maybe
Don't
he'll have
feel
a hard
bad.
So
time.
he coughs and sputters and like, no, please, no. And he's trying to grab at your feet, but he just can't hold on. Okay, well, that's Donovich's turn. Ismark and Arena would have worked their way to like the front of the church by now and are now just kind of inside the doorway. You wouldn't know this because no one's up there, but I'm just telling you anyway. And they're going to shut the door behind them.
Smart.
Now it is Arsene's turn. Sorry, it is Kent's turn.
So I want to turn to Ven, and I want to say, now?
Is there any way he could possibly see this creature?
Oh, I'll make an exception for it.
All right. Then I'll turn to him and say, no.
And I want to fire this gun. Let's hope that it actually works, and I don't miss.
Okay. Make an attack roll before I describe
Okay,
this,
okay,
because
okay.
this is going to be awesome.
Okay. No, it's not. It is a 13. Wait.
Well, it's with... Okay. This is a ranged attack, so it has disadvantage. But because of how awesome this is going to be, I want this to have an advantage. So please roll again. This is called DM rules, because I want this to happen.
That's correct.
DM hammer.
It's called I'm the DM and I can do what I want.
Oh, it's actually not with disadvantage, because it's also grappled on top of it. So it's just
Okay,
whatever.
now-
It's advantage.
Now it's an 18, though.
Okay. That hits. Do you mind if I walk you through this?
All yours. Take it away.
So Kent kind of looks down at Donovich and sees him like grasping out, but you already know what to do. You yell out at Ven, then goes, yes. Everything kind of dead ends around you. You don't hear anything anymore because your blood's pumping of like, I don't know what's going to happen. And you start walking your 25 feet over to the vampire you hear the in the background, and you reach down and grab the gun. You look at it to make sure that there's bullets in the chamber, and they have been in the chamber except for one, because of what happened last time. You haven't refilled it yet. And you check it, you pop it back into the chamber, you spin it up, you look down the barrel, you step over to Callista, and you put the gun right at its head. You fire. I need you to roll 2d8, please. Because I believe that's the damage for your gun, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, it's D10.
It's a d10?
I don't know if the rules were different. I was looking at the ones that was in Matt's
Yes, I believe...
class. I don't know if you made it different.
I wanted to make a revolver instead. And hold on, I have it in my notes. One second. I'm so glad you used it. I'm so happy.
I just want to know what this guy's deal is. What is Ferguson's deal?
Oh, you'll find
What's
out
the
next
deal with all
time.
these Fergusons?
All these
You
Fergusons?
guys get it.
I don't get it.
We're going to have a new episode next time that's going to be called Callista Explains It All.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Okay. Revolver, 2d8, please.
2d8. Okay. Do I still add my +4 to both rolls?
What do you mean both rolls?
I have.
No, you add it to 1.
Oh, okay. So then I got a 10 damage.
10 damage?
Yeah.
I need you to roll another 2d6.
2d6s. Do I add anything to those?
No.
Okay, 12.
Okay. So, technically, you are doing 10 piercing damage. And what was the other one? 12?
12, yeah.
And 12 radiant damage.
Nice.
What?
So, hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of damage is that?
Okay, baby.
Oh.
Radiant damage is
Sweet
basically
summer child
fuck you
damage.
evil things damage.
So you point it down at the head, and you blast through, and it goes through the cheek and shatters part of its jaw on the way down. And you see like half of its jaw kind of holding on. It's still there. It could probably still bite, but it is missing a large chunk. And when you fired and it hit, you see the skin sizzle and a bright flash come out of the front of your gun. You did way more than you were expecting with this single hit. So right next to your weapon, plus 2d6
So
radiant.
it's 1d8 or 2d8?
It's 2d8 and it's 2d6 radiant if you use these bullets.
Someone's got some evil killing bullets.
So at some point in time in the future, have this bullet or whatever identified, and I will give you the exact specs of what it actually is.
Okay, cool.
But you blast through this thing, and you just see the sizzle happen on its jaw. You're looking down at the wounds. Nothing seems to be healing up right now. And it is a loud, deafening, echoing, like, down here, and everyone kind of covers their ears because it's a gunshot going off in a basement.
And then I point to Arsene to finish him off. Arsene
And you hear,
can-
like, you hear ringing in your
can-
ear, and when it starts to go down, you hear, like, the scream of this thing, like, penetrating your eardrums.
Mm.
It is now Arsene's turn.
Arsene's going to make a bite.
Okay.
Finish
Advantage,
him.
please.
It's a 14.
That hits. Wait, does it? No, it doesn't hit. Sorry. You go to snap down, and it missed.
Oh, wait, it's at advantage, right? Because it's still grappling?
It is with it, yeah.
Nope, that's lower, so no.
Okay. Missed. He's just wiggling around too much. He can't, grab on. Now it is Ven's turn.
I would like to see if I can have Ven do something special,
Okay.
considering he has more knowledge of Barovia because of the books his grandmother has left behind.
Okay.
Would I possibly be able to identify this creature and see if I know anything about it?
Make a history check with advantage, please. You know it's a vampire. That is much. But of things that you would know about it, please roll.
14.
You would know that vampires spawn, they can drain life from you if they bite you. You will know that normally they can regenerate their hit points, or in-game you would say that their wounds would heal up gradually on their own, much faster than normal.
Mm-hmm.
And one weakness that you would know is you would know that if vampire was subjected to running water, they would take a metric shit ton of damage.
Cool.
That's so weird.
Would that be considered my action?
No, I would say you don't have to spend a whole turn thinking about it.
Okay, so running water as in, like, if I took something, like a bottle of something, and ran it over it, would that work? Or does it have to be, like, an actual tap of water?
I would say, like, a forceful running water.
Okay. Let's just do an Eldritch Blast then.
Okay. You see Arsene is relatively small, so you can fire over her.
18.
Okay, that hits.
6 damage.
You blow away at part of its calf that's on the ground. Ferguson's turn.
All right, so Ferguson's fucking done with this shit. He slides the sword under his coat and pulls it back out, cutting himself. And then you see the blade run crimson run up the blade, and it highlights a weird tentacle like etched into the blade. And then I'm going to attack again.
Sweet.
So, for the purpose of this, it's now a magical weapon.
Okay.
What are you?
A wizard, Harry.
A vampire hunter, apparently.
23 to hit.
Your badass character hits.
Freaking Van Helsing, Liam Neeson.
Not only is it magic weapon, it also does extra damage. So hold on to your butts, everybody.
Butts held.
Liam Neeson. Helsing. No, I'm trying to figure out a way to mix Liam Neeson and Van Helsing together. Couldn't do it.
Von Neeson.
Van Neeson.
Fuck you. Fuck you both.
10 damage from the actual blade itself.
Okay.
Plus another 4 damage of psychic.
Wow. Okay. So you, I'm gonna change the psychic slightly. You swing down and it like jams itself into its skull and cracks down a little bit, and you see a pulse go through into his head, and it just goes and puts his hands against his ears and just kind of wriggles around a little bit, and you coursed some type of pulse through him.
Okay, and then I'm gonna turn around and as my bonus action, be like, you need to fucking sit down, and I cast another fun thing.
Was magic weapon not a bonus action?
Yep, it's a magic weapon. It's
okay,
a bonus
cool.
action.
So you don't do that again.
But I can still make my 2-weapon fighting attack, so shut up.
Yes, you can. Wait, Kent? Yeah, you have extra attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't hit either way, so.
Oh, so before, when I was looking for extra attack, I was looking at if the bonus action was part of it. You actually literally have extra attack, so you're fine. So whatever I was saying before, ignore. About like the ranged and melee kind of mixture. Kent, I made an exception for you a while ago, but that's fine. Okay, after him, Callista, you go. You are standing right next to him, and he is looking relatively hurt now.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Witch's Bolt.
Okay, that is a ranged attack, is it not?
It is.
It is.
It would just be a straight roll instead of advantage.
Non-natural 20.
Yeah, that hits.
12.
Wow, 12 damage?
12 lightning damage.
Okay, cool. You reach down and you still have your foot there, and you pull your silver short sword back. You only had one drawn, right? You didn't take the other one out because of you were grappling?
No, I didn't take the other one out. No.
Okay, so you take your extra hand and just point it down, and you now have this streaming, crackling, very dynamically moving bolt going into its chest. You guys are wrecking it.
Can we wreck it into the ground already? Please?
It's pretty hurt. And that's all you can do for your turn? Is there anything else?
No, that's it.
She can dodge as a bonus action, but that doesn't really matter right now.
No, it doesn't. Okay, it is now his turn. You can tell that his wounds are not healing up at all. And it is really, really hurt. So he's going to try and disengage the grapple. Make a strength check, please, Callista.
Please don't fail.
No. It's a 1.
Okay, so he finally...
No, it wasn't. It was a 3. So it wasn't like a natural
3 minus
1.
2.
3 minus 2. It was 1.
He reaches out and kind of clips your ankle, which puts you a little off kilter. He stands up and he looks around fervently, sees his father in the background. He goes, help me, and climbs up the wall, because this is just how it works. I need Arsene, Ferguson, and Callista to all make opportunity attacks.
Natural 20, baby.
18.
Okay, Callista, roll damage. This is just going to be a standard short sword attack.
Fuck yeah, natural 20.
Wow.
Damn.
10.
Arsene, damage.
11.
And Ferguson, damage.
So 19 damage from the blade itself, and another 7 from psychic damage.
Arsene, he goes, and starts to climb up the wall. Arsene grabs, just latches on to its ankle like a bear trap. And you see, the ice start to form around its ankle. Callista, with the witch bolt, kind of pulls her hand back, to move the lightning out of the way, as she takes the short sword and lobs off its right arm as he goes to reach up to climb up. And his arm flies off. Before the arm hits the ground, you see Ferguson take his longsword and slice through with such force that his torso goes one way and his bottom half goes the other way, as they are completely separated. And both of them clatter to the ground. Clatter, more like a noise. Arsene just rips it apart like a dog. And you hear the screaming of Donovich behind you, the havoc in his heart screaming out to you. And you look down and you now see his son destroyed. You look to your side to the person who just took part in the killing blow.
As soon as it's dead, grabbing his neck, come here, right in the fucking neck, goddamn! Like slamming himself against the wall. Like basically, they still can't see him. I want to leave it as a mystery until next time.
Taking Initiative is a product of the Spark Network. Imagine what your idea can do. For updates on the show, future news, and all things nerd, visit us on thespark.network. If you wish to conjure us on social media, you can cast message on Twitter with the handle @TI_pod, Facebook at the Taking Initiative Podcast page, and Tumblr at takinginitiativepodcast.tumblr.com. If you enjoyed the show, please leave us a review on iTunes, as it helps us grow so we can put out more content for you.
I'm Josh Perot, and I'm the DM. You can find me on Twitter at XiroxisTheBeard. That's XIROXIS the Beard.
This is Jonathan Buckmaster. I am the voice of Vendelar Greymeyer. You can find me on Twitter at Bucky_Masters.
Donna Fenimore as Callista Bergensen. You could find me on Twitter at Donna Pastry.
Oh, this is Drew Tillman and I play Ferguson. You can find me over on Twitter at NotADeadDrew.
This is Nicholas Figueroa, and I play the sometimes rude but always lovable Kent Brickwood of the East Farthing Brickwoods. You could find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at NicoFigs. That's at NIKOFIGS.
This episode was edited by John Buckmaster and Josh Perot. The Barovian Rhapsody theme song and additional music were created by Neil Martin. You can find him on Twitter at BardicMartin. All other music is from Kevin MacLeod and the Incomptech website. Any specific information on those songs are in the episode's description. The Barovian Rhapsody logo was created by Kati Kawaguchi of Nerds on Roll. You can find her on Twitter at _KidKatie. To give credit to the classes played in this episode, the Pendragon class, played by John Buckmaster, was created by Daresight Phantom on Reddit. The Gunslinger class, played by Nick Figueroa, and the Bloodhunter class, played by Drew Tillman, were both created by Matthew Mercer. The Rogue class, played by Donna Fenimore, was straight from the D&D 5th edition Player's Handbook. The D&D 5e rule set and the Curse of Strahd module are both property of Wizards of the Coast.